What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a very good guitar and we're going to make it really awesome. Before we get into our video where we do some fun stuff with the Fender Standard series from Indonesia, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and the like button. If you like guitar stuff, that's what we do here every day. So let's talk about this real quick. We did a review on it last week, and of course I've got a bunch more playing time on it now, and I have to say, the more time I spend with it, it's a good guitar, man. It's just good. The pickups are good. The neck is good, the fretwork is good, the nut is good, it's good. The build quality is excellent, the finish work is excellent. And for whatever they are, I paid 566 bucks with tax and shipping to get it to my house. So I think that is an excellent instrument. It's an excellent entry into Fenderland. You know what I mean? I think it's a great guitar. Now, it's cool because this is outfitted a little bit differently than like the Classic Vibe Squire, right? So the Classic Vibe Squire is going to take you more kind of down that vintage style of everything. So this is a bit more modern, which, is cool too. The two-screw tremolo, the modern saddles, the bit more modern neck profile. So it's got like a slim C neck profile with a 9.5-inch radius, which, it's basically kind of what a modern, and also modern tuners. So it's just kind of a good rendition of an entry-level modern Strat, which I really kind of dig. And it's awesome. Here's the thing though. These kind of entry to mid-range guitars, they're not always perfect. They could always use a little more fun. So what we're going to do today is we're going to introduce some more fun into this thing. The one, I don't want to say weakness, because the guitar's good, the pickups are good. We're going to get into the sounds here in a minute. I'm going to show you what I want to improve, but there is room for improvement. And so at this price point, this is a great price point to want to mod and have some fun with. So let me show you what we're going to do today. I have been having some fun with the laser, and I thought, black Strat, black pickguard, let's do something insane. So we have a green kind of bass boat, sort of Gretschy looking drum shell sort of pickguard here, and then we have a set of our Hot 5 single coils with a Super 8 humbucker in the bridge, which is my favorite single hum setup. 500K pots with 22 paper and oil cap. And if you'll notice, we've got something new that I've never been able to do before, and that is we've got acrylic top Strat pickups with these chrome surrounds. This is something that I've always wanted to do. Super fun. I really like it. It's going to open up a bunch of possibilities for us color-wise, and I think it's going to be neat. So before we get into playing around with this and putting this in the guitar, let me show you why. Let's listen to some sounds and kind of give you my idea for goals for this guitar. All right, so let's start with this neck pickup. Okay, so it is actually one of the better kind of entry-level Strat pickup sounds that I've heard in a while. Usually what happens with kind of lower priced pickups in these kind of entry-level instruments is they end up getting really muddy. And what they've done here, and a lot of people, I think, in the last video, comments of the last video, said negative things about these pickups being ceramic. But the reason they did that is because it allows them to be brighter. It allows them to have the clarity that a normal Strat would. Some of the classic vibe stuff tends to get a little muddy. And so, and some other of those inexpensive guitars. So in that respect, these are very good. The only thing that I think I want to improve here by changing them is there is a brittleness to this as they break up that is not pleasing to me. And they're not very touch sensitive, so you can dig into them and then you can let go of them, play them a little softer, and they just kind of sound the same. So there's a little dynamics here that we could probably add. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way I would say that. Get rid of that brittleness, and the touch sensitivity and stuff, I think, could be a little better. Now, mind you, we are making like nerdy amounts of improvements to this. This isn't like these pickups suck. We're making like little nerdy improvements, which is super fun, which is what we do around here. So let's go ahead and go to the bridge pickup. Same thing. There's just like a brittleness to it that is just a little weird. It's not actually, for a cheap guitar, it's not actually a terrible bridge pickup, to be honest with you. The other thing that I would like to be able to do is use the volume knob a little bit more to be able to clean the pickup up without losing so much volume. And there's two factors to that. One's going to be the pot taper, and the other is going to be the dynamics of the pickup itself. You put a good team of those things together, and then you'll be able to get a lot more range of tones without losing so much volume that then it becomes unusable. That will actually be able to go from clean to dirty and kind of break things up. I'm not moving the amp at all. All the knobs are on 7 like we normally do for these things. So let's go ahead and whip this baby apart. I'll show you why. I'll show you the pickups themselves, what's going out of them, and show you what's coming out of the guitar and what's going in. And then we'll play it afterwards and see how it sounds and looks, because it's going to look crazy. Okay, so basically, in order to change out one of our loaded, your pick guard for one of our loaded pick guards, you basically just take the strings off, take the screws out, and flip the pick guard over. But before we get into it any further, you'll see that these are actually steel poled ceramic pickups. That's what they are. The cool part is we've got some alpha pots in here. That makes sense. We've got a decently nice switch for those of you that don't want to change stuff out. These actually work pretty good. So yeah, this is pretty neat. So that's the pickups. Now let's go ahead and let me show you what we need to disconnect to get this out of here. Disconnect your output jack, and then there will be a wire that comes from the tremolo, which is going to be this guy right here, and you're going to want to unsolder that because we're going to solder that to the back of the volume pot on our other guitar, so, or on our other pick guard. So basically when you get one of ours, you'll just unhook the output jack and take that out, because we're going to replace the output jack, and then we're going to also reuse the trems. This ground goes in through the guitar and out to the tremolo, and we're going to reuse that ground on the back of our volume pot. So we've got the pickguard out. This is the wire that comes from the tremolo, so let's leave that hanging there for a minute. I took the output jack, the football output jack out, and we put one of our pure tone jacks in there, which we provide with all of our loaded pickguards. When you do that, make sure that the wire terminals face toward the top. If they face toward the bottom, then the wires can kind of bash into the bottom down there and it doesn't fit very good. So make sure they fit toward the top. That's an easier thing. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to fish our pickguards all come with a relatively long output jack lead, and we're just going to fish that through the hole and lower this into the guitar. Then what we're going to do is just take the output jack wires, fish them through here, and before we put this in the guitar, we need to go ahead and take this wire from the back and solder him right here. Now the output jack's already soldered, so that's cool. So this is really the only wire you'll really have to solder, except for putting the output jack on. So we'll flip this baby over. So now this should, with some minor finagling, with no minor finagling, drop right in. And then what we'll do is take our football jack, and then we will solder those two wires onto there and reinstall that into there, and we should be good to go. That looks pretty rad. Dropped right in like no problem at all. Well, that looks pretty sick. So it's all installed. Let's get it cleaned up and let's go play it. Side note, normally when you do import guitar upgrades, like on a classic Vibe or something, the knobs don't fit. You usually have to go with some kind of new knob, but these knobs actually are 1/4 inch 24 spline knobs, CTS, but the alphas were too, so that's pretty cool, and your switch tip fits. Normally the super inexpensive import stuff doesn't fit, so that's a little side bonus. Pretty sweet. Well, first of all, I mean, look at it. Yes, I know that this color might not be for everybody, but hey, we did it because we could. Brianna and I sat around last night and we're like, what color combination do we want to do? That would just be kind of fun. So here it is. So we have our Hot 5s and a Super 8 in this guitar. And so now let's just see where that puts us with various tones. So we have a sweetness across the range that was not there before. The kind of crackly brittleness outside of what this amp does is basically not there. There is much more control with the volume knob. So that's from 10 to 8, where before I had to turn it down to about 4 to get that. And then because of everything, it was just kind of going away on me. There's good clarity there still, which is kind of what we're known for, but it's just sweeter. I really, really, really like this a lot. This is fun. Now, that's with all the knobs on 7. Let me play around a little bit here. Super kind of more vintagey Strat. Now here's the interesting thing. These pickups are way hotter by numbers than the other pickups were in here. But because the magnet change is different, the dimensions are a little bit different, these really, really work. This is really fun. They might not be to your personal liking, that we've got 3-4 different models of Strat pickups that are kind of crossing the board. These are some of our hottest. So, for example, what you see here, so we've got the Hot 5s and the DAF, our Super 8, in this loaded pickguard situation. So you can go to our website and get a loaded pickguard, or you can get individual pickups or whatever. These chrome surrounded ones, which are really new to us, I've never been able to do this before and I've always wanted to, are going to be available in the clear. They're going to be available in white pearl, bourbon pearl, tort, and black pearl, which is really, really cool. In all 4 major models of our pickups. So our Classic 5, our Bonneville, our Hot 5, and our Highway 99 are also going to be available in those 4-5 colors. So that's pretty fun. We can do custom pickguards too like this that are outside of the norm. But that's kind of a case-by-case thing. If you're interested in something crazy, let me know, and I'd be happy to make it for you. But yeah, this is a pretty fun thing. I'm really, really happy with the results. Again, like I said, you might not be into the actual color combination, but I just wanted to show you what we could do and also introduce you to a fairly marked improvement on an already good guitar that really makes this guitar awesome. This is going to be fun. I am going to end up playing this guitar a bunch this week. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have color combinations that you might think of. Put that in the comments below. And thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe and do all the stuff.